Good afternoon everyone and welcome to today's webinar. For those who don't recognise my voice, it's Mike that's going through today's session, and we also have Ollie on the live chat. So what we'll be covering today is basically the imported orders module within Prima, what you can do within there, what it's used for, how to use it, and different ways that you can make your sort of business more efficient by automating parts of this process. So if you do have any questions during the session, Ollie's on the live chat, so ask away, and we will be hanging around for a little bit at the end as well. So starting off with the imported orders, basically it's a section within Prima which you can find under SOP and imported orders. So it's within the SOP area here, and you've got imported orders. And basically what this area is for is to enable you to manage your orders that are coming in from your PrimaGo store. So when your customer places an order on the imported orders area within PrimaGo, an order on their PrimaGo account, it'll drop into this imported orders area, and there's a few different options that you can use to process this from this area. So starting off, what would happen is you'll be notified, which will show you in a little bit how to set up the notification so you can make life a little bit easier for yourselves rather than having to manually check in here. But what will happen, you'll be able to come into this area, and if I just reorder this, so we've got the latest ones at the top, there's a couple of orders that we've already sort of been placing here from our customers, and something that you will need to understand within this area is the different statuses that you can see. So just looking at the start, we've got a couple that are completed here, we've got a couple that are awaiting dealer authorization, and then just down here we've got a couple from some companies that are awaiting customer authorization. So understanding what these different statuses mean will stop you from processing an order that isn't necessarily fully processed by your customers yet. So just to the statuses we've got here, so we've got awaiting customer authorization, which I'm hovered over here. And if you've got an imported order that's at this stage, what that basically means is your sort of customer has an authorization level set up, and sort of the end user that's placed this, it's gone to their authorizer, their nominated authorizer, to be confirmed. So it's basically a bit of an internal process that your customer can have set up. So say for example they've got a couple of different branches and then a procurement manager that manages what orders go in and out, then basically that's what you can have set up on the store. And this is one of them orders that's just waiting for the end user to actually authorize and say yep, we can have that, and then you can proceed. So once your end users authorize this themselves, it'll come to the status of awaiting dealer authorization, which basically means it's awaiting yourselves to process. So it's awaiting sort of you as the dealer to process this order. And when it comes to this stage, what we can do, if I just click into one of the orders at the very top, and we'll show you what an imported order looks like. We've got a couple of different options within here of what we can do. So first of all, we've got the Livery Method that we can set right away in here. So if this is something that needs to be going by sort of a direct delivery, then you can change it to be direct delivery within this point. You can also change the order source, so where it's come through. If you're someone that manages the imported orders quite regular, the order sources regularly, so you want to report on that, you can change it to a different breakdown if you need. You've got a list of the products that have come through at the very bottom, but the main and important options here are the notes. So with that notes area, if your customer can't find an item on the store, more than likely they'll probably put something in the notes, and you can read this area to then say, I'm going to process the order, or I'm going to create an outstanding sale, which moves on to the next bit. From this page, what you can do, you can actually create an outstanding order, which is using this button, and basically you'll be able to create an outstanding order, make any amendments you need. So if they're asking for another set of boxes, or they've put in sale lever arch file and they want a different colour, then you can create an outstanding sale, make any amendments you need to make, and then authorise that directly. Whereas the process order button at the very top here, that will allow you to push that right into your requirements. So it authorises the sales order, sort of the imported order and the sales order at the same time, and puts that into your requirements ready for purchasing. And then right down the very bottom we do have an option to cancel order. So if an order's been placed online, then your customer comes through and says in fact we don't want that, you can cancel it just within this area here. So that's how to process. So if we did want this order, we would create an outstanding sale, and unfortunately at the moment this customer is set to refer to accounts. That's something that I failed to check. But if you create an outstanding sale and they were set up to allow it to process through, then it would create an outstanding sales order and you'd be able to link through to the very bottom. So we'll just show another one that we should be able to process. So we create outstanding sale in this one, push through, and then that will be in the orders area for us to manage. So that's the imported orders section. So that's how you can process it to an outstanding sale. So that'll be in the outstanding sales orders ready for us, and the status of that will have changed. So you see how it's completed now. So going forward, rather than you having to come into this area to manually check, you are able to set up sort of an email as well as an automated process for you to for this to pop up. So there's a couple of different things that we can do in here to make life easier. The first is we can set up within the dashboard a tile for you to recognise orders that are a stage that you need to do something with them. So the first thing we need to do is within this dashboard we can click on Organise Tiles, and we look for the option for imported orders awaiting dealer authorization. So you can see it here. So if I tick Show on Dashboard, Show on Zero Value, save and close, we have this new dashboard tile here. So what that will allow you to do, basically from just a quick glance, see if there's any online orders that need to be processed, and you can click directly into there and see the ones that need to be processed and just go into them and process where necessary. The next thing that we can do is within the control panel we have an option under System, Settings and Email to copy sort of an email or list of email addresses into the order acknowledgements. So basically what will happen if you've got, say, a sales email address that you all have access to in your business, you can pop that into this area here where it says list of email addresses to send a copy of the order acknowledgement to, and basically you'll be CC'd in any email that your sort of customer places online. So that is another way of you being notified via email. So if you're not someone that uses the dashboard that often, you can rely on your emails as well. So that's just within the control panel, within System, Setting, Email. You can process it within here. You can put your email in here and you'll be notified via your email of when your customer places an order. And the final option that we've got is actually automating this sort of whole process. So you can manually check it as you've got there, but there is an option within Prima, within the company. So if I just go back into Prima, to automate this entire process. So basically, if we go into a company, so if you've got sort of quite a standard company that you don't need to sort of give any special treatment to, they just sort of place their orders and get on with it. You can basically set up their orders to automatically authorize from the web. So if I click into this company here, what we want to do is go to the Customer tab, and within here we've got the option to automatically authorize external orders here. So you can just tick this option here, and basically when your customer places an order online, rather than it coming through to the status of awaiting dealer authorization, I'm going to change this so we can show you, it will automatically go through into your requirements ready for purchasing. So you won't see the sales order, so you're putting the sort of the trust in the customer that what they're ordering is what they want, and that's what they'll get. So within the requirements you'll be able to see and make any sort of amendments from there. So if we go to place an order now, we just log into that test account, and just place a very quick order. Search for a product and add it in. We'll be able to see that it'll automatically authorize. So your customer's going on, they're placing an order. If I just add this to the basket and process it, it will automatically authorize. Now, something that I will mention just within this area, if your customer does put any notes onto the order, so again if they want to swap out a file for a different colour, anything that they enter within this notes area, if there's something in there, the order will not be automatically authorized. So you can be safe that if your customer is requesting something different, they're not able to find the item that they want, when they hit place order and it processes through, it won't be automatically authorized, so you won't miss any special requirements that they've asked for. So if it's to be delivered to somewhere else or any notes they put onto the order, it won't be automatically authorized. It'll just process through and you'll be able to deal with whatever notes they put on there. So if we go back into Prima now, there'll be no amendments here, but if I change this to be completed, we've got the brand new order at the top here, the test authorization, and as we can see, it's completed. So just a quick recap, you've got the different statuses that you need to look out for, which is the authorizations, sort of who it's at and what stage it's at, which is the dealer authorization and the customer authorization. If you want to manually check this and keep an eye on it, then you can set up your dashboard tiles and also the email acknowledgements as well to come to yourselves. And then the final option, if you want to make life a little bit easier for yourselves, in the customer tab of the company record, you can set up the option to automatically authorize sort of imported orders where possible. Now, if there is any notes on the order, it won't automatically authorize. And that's all that we've got for today. If you don't have any further questions about this process, anything on here that you're not sure of, just pop down in the chat and ask a question away. Otherwise than that, just contact the customer service team. More than happy to deal with anything with that. If you are looking for some more one-to-one training on PrimaGo or some more information about the web store, just contact trading@primasoftware.co.uk. I'm more than happy to look at some training plans and discuss that further. But apart from that, thank you for tuning in. If you do need anything else, let us know.